Today, we're diving into 9 essential skills that everyone needs, especially if you're navigating that big question, what's next? So you're at that classic crossroads. Maybe you've got the degree or you're about to get it, and that question is probably bouncing around in your head. Well, the answer isn't just about finding one perfect job, it's about building a really powerful toolkit for yourself. You see, it all comes down to building a personal toolkit of skills. We're going to cover 9 of them, but you really need to pay attention to this first one. It's the one that basically powers up your ability to learn all the others. Okay, so let's get right into it. This is the foundational skill, the one that, seriously, sets the stage for pretty much everything else you'll ever want to achieve. The source material uses this fantastic metaphor, and it is just perfect. This skill is like the one ring in Lord of the Rings. It governs and empowers all the others. And what are we talking about? We're talking about the skill of learning itself. So what does that even mean, learning how to learn? Well, it's about understanding the mechanics of your own brain. You know, how you focus, how you remember things, and which strategies really unlock your ability to pick up any new skill, whether it's coding or public speaking, way faster and more effectively. With that foundation in place, let's move on to our first major group of skills. These are all about how you think, how you plan, and how you execute. These are your practical, get-things-done abilities. This category covers 4 real heavy hitters: mastering your time, finding information, solving complex problems, and even understanding the basics of programming. Let's break each one down. First up, time management. And you can forget about the old school paper planners that were so hard to stick with. Today, we have these incredible digital tools that can help you manage your tasks, track your habits, and see exactly where your time is going. Mastering these gives you control over your most precious resource, your time. Next is research. Now, this is huge. We live in a world that is just flooded with information. The ability to cut through all that noise and find exactly what you need, quickly and accurately, is basically a superpower. The source puts it perfectly. In a lot of jobs, knowing how to find the solution is 90% of the battle. Then we have problem solving. This isn't some abstract idea, it's a practical skill. And what's really cool is that you can actually train it like a muscle. You don't have to study boring textbooks. Playing strategy games, working on puzzles, and tackling little challenges are all fantastic ways to build up your critical thinking. And finally in this section, programming. Now, hold on, you don't have to become a master coder, but learning the basics does 2 amazing things. First, it opens up a ton of job opportunities, but maybe more importantly, it fundamentally teaches you how to think logically and break down complex problems into small, manageable steps. All right, let's move on to our second pillar of skills. These are all about how you interact with other people. I mean, you can have all the technical skills in the world, but if you can't communicate and collaborate, you're not going to get very far. And this group is packed with crucial interpersonal skills, from taking criticism and presenting your ideas, to negotiating outcomes and just writing a professional email. Let's start with a tough one: accepting criticism. It is so easy to take feedback personally and get defensive. But the critical thing to remember is that constructive criticism isn't an attack. It's actually a gift. It's someone giving you a perspective that helps you see blind spots and errors you would never catch on your own. Next up, presentation skills. And this isn't just for boardroom meetings. Think about it. A job interview is a presentation of yourself. Pitching an idea is a presentation. The source even jokes that meeting your future in-laws for the first time is a kind of presentation. Being able to clearly and confidently get your ideas across is an absolute game changer. Now for negotiation. A lot of us think this is something for car salespeople or high-stakes business deals, but we all negotiate every single day. Deciding where to go for dinner with friends, dividing up tasks on a group project, discussing your salary, it's all negotiation. It's simply the art of finding a win-win solution. And finally, professional email writing. This might seem like a small thing, but it is absolutely non-negotiable. Whether you're applying for a job, communicating with a professor, or contacting a company, knowing how to write a clear, concise, and formal email is a baseline requirement for being taken seriously. So we've covered the 9 skills, but let's just take a step back and look at the bigger picture. Why does mastering this toolkit really matter for your future? These 9 skills aren't just separate items on a checklist. They form a powerful, interconnected toolkit that's going to help you with whatever life throws at you. And the source shares this incredible quote from a VP at Facebook that just gets to the heart of it all. Build your skills, not your resume. And in the end, that's what it all comes down to. A diploma or a fancy resume is just paper. Your real value, what makes you hireable and successful, is what you can actually do. Your skills are your true currency. And that brings us to the final and really the most important question. After seeing this whole toolkit laid out, which one of these 9 skills will you decide to start building first? The choice is yours.